All right, everybody. Welcome to Winning Hand. My name is Boomguy, and I am your host in this offshoot series that we're doing, me and LazyTitan. What's up, man?
What's up? Energized today.
Very energized. That intro, if you know, you know. Shout out to Crowdbammer. But this is the series where we talk about our favorite heroes. We started with number 1, and we're working our way through the entire Pub Meeple list. We'll see how far we get before we quit. We are committed to the first 10, and then we'll kind of see how people like it after
Maybe
that
I
point.
won't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, or people will think it's stupid, and then I'll do more of it. So today episode number 4. So we're talking about our 4th favorite hero. Last episode was, let me check my math, our 3rd favorite hero. We
right.
talked about Nova and Iceman. Those are fun. And you went first last time, LazyTitan.
If you want to know which one's which, watch that episode.
You got to watch the episode. So
who knows?
I know these are a little bit different. They're not the standard Winning Hand podcast, but we're just talking about our favorite heroes and why we love them and why you should play them. And we kind of focus on one card.
Flavor.
Yeah.
We focus on the one card.
Yeah, we picked one card for each hero that we think, it's just our favorite or is the most fun or whatever. The one we want to talk about. So today we're talking about our 4th favorite hero. I have a pretty new hero. You have a not so new hero, but you went first last time. So I'm going to go first this time. And I'm going to talk about my runner-up. If you listened to our year-end episode, 2025, you will know who this is. This is my second, very, very close second favorite hero of the year. It is, of course, the Black Panther. We're talking about Shuri. Black Panther is a hero that I did not think I would love, but ended up really, really loving. And the more I play her, the more I really love her playstyle. And the more I think, and this may be controversial, for me, I think she's kind of replaced T'Challa. Like, I was never a huge T'Challa fan to begin with. And now it's hard for me to think about going back. But let me introduce her, and then why don't you tell me where she is on your list after I do that. So this is Black Panther. She has 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense. She's Wakanda traded and has a response on each of her basic powers. After Black Panther uses a basic power, resolve the special ability on 1 Black Panther upgrade you control. And she has some dope flavor text. I will not rest in the defense of my homeland. She's a 5 hand size, 11 hit point hero. And she's my 4th favorite, but where does she land for you, LazyTitan?
For me, I did this Pub Meeple ranking a little bit ago, so it might be a little off. But also, I think it's fairly accurate. She's my 59th. She is right there at the bottom, above Hulk and Valkyrie. I will say, I think if I did this again, she'd be a little higher because I think Falcon isn't down there with her yet. But I have some fundamental issues with the way her kit works for my style, but I do like her.
Well, let me tell you why I think Shuri is great, and then you can maybe give me a counterpoint, and we'll see if I can convince you. So, Shuri has thematic flavor with T'Challa, right? So she feels his central gimmick. If in case you are under a rock or found this podcast and don't know what this game is, welcome. Leave a like down below. But there was a core set once upon a time, and in that core set, one of the 5 heroes that we got was Black Panther. T'Challa, her brother. So T'Challa had this central mechanic of playing his Black Panther upgrades, and then he played his signature event, Wakanda Forever, that he has like 5 copies of, or 4 copies of, I don't remember.
5 copies. Only character in the game with 5 copies.
Activates every single one of the ones that are in front of him, and whichever one was the last one got a little bit of a boost. So it's like, deal 1 damage to all enemies, remove 1 threat,
heal 1, deal
damage
1
from yourself,
deal 2
and then
damage.
deal 2, whatever. So that was his thing. His whole thing is get those upgrades as fast as possible and play Wakanda Forever as many times as possible. Mm-hmm. And that's cool. He also had 2 double wild resource cards in his kit, resources. So he's rich. And he has a 2 card draw. The Golden City draws 2 cards in alter ego action. So he's got a lot of money.
Got a ton of money.
I always found him a little awkward. He has a lot of money, but his signature event that he wants to play again only costs
cheap.
1. And he does a lot of pings, which can feel fun, but like in higher player counts, it felt a little underwhelming. It's like, oh, I remove 1 threat, I deal 1 damage. Like, yeah, that's still good, but it just feels kind of like, I
Doesn't
don't know,
scale past solos super well.
it's a little underwhelming to me. And it just feels samey. Like nothing has come out to interact with his kit in any way. Like nothing cares about Black Panther upgrades. Nothing cares about Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever can't interact with any other card in the game. So it's like you just play his 15 cards again and again, and it just feels a little stale to me. I know there's a lot of Black Panther fans out there, but that's how
Every
I feel
Black
about
Panther
it.
deck kind of boils down to draw as many cards to play Wakanda Forever more.
Yeah, and that's just it. It loses something for me. Like I don't think he's terrible, but he's like lower third for me because it's like, been there, done it.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther shakes it up. So Shuri, this is now. So she comes in and has the same basic idea. She has these Black Panther upgrades. She even has one copy of Wakanda Forever, which doesn't feel like a build around. It feels more like a callback to her brother that once in a while is going to pay off. She has the 2 double resources, the vibranium cards in her kit, so that's the same. She has card draw in her alter ego, so that's the same. And
more actually, even more card
draw. She has potentially more cards. So in her kit, she has 2 cards that she can exhaust, right, to generate cards, and you can add other ones that are Wakanda traded.
Yeah.
I guess she's 3. She has her brother too, the signature ally. So they have each other as a signature ally. Hers is just better
For sure.
She has all these cool cards, and so she has the Black Panther upgrades, and her thing is that every time she uses a basic power, she gets a kicker with one of them. So she gets to, a thwart for 2 and then remove another one, or she gets to attack for 1 and then deal 2 damage somewhere. And effectively, that means it makes her a 3/3, right? She thwarts for 2 and can deal 1 more, and she can attack for 1 and deal 2 more, or she can attack for 1 and heal 1, deal 1.
Yeah, she's better than a 3/3 though because she can thwart for 2, deal 2 damage, or attack for 1, thwart for 1.
Yes.
She can split it, which is actually pretty big.
Yeah, so she has a lot going on, and also works with her defense stat. So I found her to be really fun with cards like Change of Fortune, where you can exhaust to defend and then ping damage back, kill a minion, and draw 2 cards. Or defend the villain and then ping that 2 damage to a minion that hasn't attacked yet to stop the attack from happening, and then draw cards. She has a lot of things going on. She wants to ready a lot. Obviously, the more times she can ready, the more times she can activate her Black Panther upgrades. And she doesn't have a built-in ready in her kit, which would be awesome. It also might make her too strong. I don't know.
It might be a little too good. She's got a lot.
She has a lot going on. I love the flexibility. So when I first played her, I played her like Black Panther, T'Challa, right? I would get the Black Panther upgrades into play, and then activate them whenever I could with my basic ability, and wait for Wakanda Forever to come out to play that, which is just crazy because then you activate all of them. The more I played her, the more, and listeners who have listened to the series through 4 episodes now will understand what I'm about to say, the more I began to appreciate her turn-to-turn flexibility. That's like, oh, am I playing a solo game? Well, she has a confuse built in, so I can use my ability and then thwart for 1 and then discard the Kimoyo beads to get a confuse. Or I can deal 2 damage with the Panther Claws and discard them to deal 3 more damage with piercing. The flexibility to discard those upgrades is great. And all of that is underscored by her alter ego kit, which allows her to flip down, and she can use her ability to exhaust to search her deck for a Black Panther upgrade or a tech upgrade and put it into play 2 cheaper. So all of her upgrades cost 2, and there's a ton of 2-cost tech upgrades in the game that she can go get, from stun gun to hand cannon to energy barrier to sonic rifle. There's a lot of tech that she interacts with. And that already puts her head and shoulders above T'Challa for me. She has so many cards in the game she can interact with. Every tech upgrade that comes out is potentially a new avenue for Shuri to use for some new build. And that's really, really cool. The card I'm going to talk about today is, I think, her best card, and is what really makes her sing for me. So the card, I will share it. If you're watching this, if you're a new one on the YouTube, you can see it. If you're a real one, I'll read it to you.
There we
it's
are.
a 1-cost upgrade called Aja Adana, which has the title trait. It says, as an action, you exhaust Aja Adana to shuffle 1 identity-specific card from your discard pile into your deck. Now, and the flavor text says, Shuri is known as the keeper of Wakandan memory. So the art on this is incredible, but also it's really cool because her static alter ego ability searches her deck. So this means I can discard a Panther upgrade, flip down, use Aja Adana to put it back in my deck, search for it and play it right away again. So discarding the upgrades doesn't mean they're lost. You can get them back very quickly. This upgrade does so much work for me in her builds because it also means her double resource cards can be shuffled in. Like, you don't need to put as many double resource cards in your deck because she has this to shuffle those Vibraniums back in. You can get them a lot. If you're playing a deck that relies on your brother, her signature ally is so good. You can shuffle him back in when he leaves play and draw into him faster. You want to play Wakanda Forever, you can draw into that faster by shuffling it back in again. There's so many play lines that this card kind of allows or opens up. It makes her so fun. I love the flexibility of like deciding what to do turn to turn with her and how to get everything going. And then, she's got the Elephant's Trunk, which you can exhaust the Elephant's Trunk itself and up to 2 other Wakanda allies or supports to draw cards. For each one you exhaust, you draw a card if they're black or Wakanda traded. And there's enough Wakanda traded stuff. And Queen Ramonda is the last one I'll mention. You exhaust it to heal damage from an alter ego with a Wakanda trait equal to that alter ego's recovery. So it's either yourself or T'Challa if he's playing. But Queen Ramonda is essentially Aunt May. So I flip down, I heal for 4, and then I heal for 4 back on the way up. You've healed for 8 out of 11 total hit points. So like you can let your health go pretty low before flipping down and healing it all back up again.
But what if I flip down and I am at full health? What could I use Queen Ramonda for then?
Queen Ramonda has the Wakanda trait. It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. It's a support, so it can be exhausted with Elephant's Trunk to draw 2 cards.
Oh
so
my gosh.
You could flip down and recover, and then on your turn going up, you could use the Elephant's Trunk to draw more cards and flip up with a huge hand. She has so much going for her. I love Shuri a lot.
So much money.
So much money. She's one that I honestly could see climbing for me. She's number 4 right now. I could see her going higher. I could see her maybe passing Iceman, maybe passing Cap and fighting for the top spot. She's really fun to me. Did I convince you?
I am still. I mean, I'd like to try her more. I think she probably would rise higher on my list. When I did this, I hadn't really played her, and I immediately was turned off because I don't. The gamer greed in me wants to not discard my upgrades. Right? I don't want to lose my built-up efficiency. But I do think it is interesting, and she does have such an economy and so many ways to shuffle back in and search out all kinds of cards that it really isn't that much of a downside. And also, I don't really know why I have such a dislike for that, because I don't actually love the play pattern of the original Black Panther, who doesn't do that. Like, just getting those 4 out there and then just relying on these 5 cards isn't super fun.
I mean, I just love that, like, her Panther Claws have piercing and +3 damage if you discard it. So, like, you can take a pretty beefy minion and discard the Panther Claws.
You can kill a Frost
with
Giant
toughness to just kill it.
The villain's turn to defend.
Change your fortune, draws you 2 cards. Like, it's just so good. And I really enjoy all the stuff she has going on. Her events that just, like, she has a 2 for 4 damage attack event and a 2 for 3 thwart. Pretty standard, and then they upgrade. Or they activate one of her upgrades. She's got a lot going on. I think she's really fun. And, there's a lot of tech events that have counters, stun gun, sonic rifle, hand cannon. So like hand cannon, for example, right? You just attack with hand cannon, use your last counter, then flip down, shuffle it, or just you can go get it again with your
Is hand cannon a weapon or a tech?
What's that?
Is hand cannon a tech?
Hand cannon is a tech. Yep.
Interesting.
It's a 2-cost tech upgrade. So that one.
Air cover. It's a new tech. It costs 1 only, but it still works.
Air cover, unfortunately, I had a whole deck idea built around that. It is a support and not an upgrade.
Oh, she can only
as
find
such,
upgrades.
It's only upgrades. She comes with invisibility gear, which is a tech upgrade. She comes with sonic rifle, which is a tech upgrade. So she comes with some of those in her kit. I think Shuri for me is one already at the very top who I could see going higher. Every time I play her, I just have so much fun. So I think you should give her another shot.
I think I will.
She's a great time. Okay. That was my number 4. I feel like I said a lot there. Are you ready to talk about your number 4?
I am ready to talk about my number 4. Never been more ready.
I think the people are going to be excited to hear this one. Shout out to Krautbammer again because he just talked about this card as well. Here is your number 4 hero. Why
Number
don't
4
you
hero.
please talk about her?
This is Ironheart. The image we have is version
yeah.
3.
Mhm.
Because for those who don't know,
It's the coolest
Ironheart's gimmick is that she has 3 hero cards and 3 alter ego cards that all have different abilities, and you level up as you build progress on her counters. The idea is that you're building a better Iron Man suit as she figures out how to do it, because she doesn't start with an Iron Man suit. She starts with like basically the Mark 1, and then she builds up her better suit. But the version here is version 3, and that is a 3/2/3 with Aerial Champion and then the version 3 trait. And her final ability is Maximum Efficiency. Hero action, remove 1 progress counter from Ironheart, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Now that is pretty good. Her other 2 ones are, her first stage is spend 6 counters to level up and then you ready yourself. And then her second stage, you spend 6 counters to ready yourself and get a tough card. So it gets slightly better every time you go up. And then her alter ego ability is spend 2 resources or a mental resource to get a progress counter. Then in second phase, it's spend 2 resources and then 1 other thing. And then the final one is just spend a resource to get a progress counter. Is her alter ego ability.
So let me just jump in to say 2 quick things before you go on. One thing that I learned from the Stunned and Confused podcast recently, shout out to them. So her alter ego side, it's the same alter ego picture every time, and then she has her hero side. But what I didn't know is that if you look closely, she's like working on the helmet on her alter ego side.
Mm-hmm.
And each version, she's working on the helmet of the version on the opposite side.
The helmet is different.
That's something I never noticed before. That's a cool little detail. Shout out to Joey Vasquez and his awesome custom art. The other thing I wanted to say is where Ironheart is for me in my list before you wax lyrically about Ironheart and tell us how much you love her. She is, she got an NA. She was not even ranked on my list because she's one of the heroes that I have yet to play. And I'll talk about why that is later, but we've been kind of going back and forth and telling people where they rank for the other person. So tell us why you love Ironheart, and then I'll tell you why I've never played her.
So also, for those who don't know Ironheart, she starts out at a 4 hand size, stage 2 gets her to a 5, and then stage 3, she has a 6 hand size in hero form. So once you're stage 3, you are 3/2/3 with a 6 hand size and to turn every progress counter you get into 2 damage. Progress counters seem pretty, you would think they're pretty hard to get, right? No, not at all. Her attack event is 2 for 4, gets you a progress counter, and if that kills an enemy, you get a second progress counter. Her thwart event is 2 for 3, gets a progress counter. If you clear a scheme, get another one. She has 2 resource cards, which are 1 mental resource each, and when you spend it, you draw a card and get a progress counter. She has an alter ego ability. She has an alter ego support that gives her a progress counter. She has, I think that's maybe all the ways she can get progress counters, but she gets a lot of them. And she has also a really good alter ego support called Tony Stark AI, which is essentially Tony Stark's alter ego ability, the Futurist, where you look at, it lets you look at the top 2 cards and you pick one of them, top 2 cards of your deck, you look at one of them and you discard the other. And that is an action. You can do that either side. So she just effectively has +1 hand size, but it's better, actually, because you get to look at it. She's also a champion, so she can have the bunker. So she has insane card filtering, can find exactly what she needs all the time. Her resource card lets her draw more cards. She has Genius trait on the other side. So she also has Ingenuity. This is actually where Ingenuity came in this pack. She also has Moon Girl, who she can play on either side, and her resource card is a mental resource. So if you spend her resource card on Moon Girl, you play Moon Girl, draw 4 cards, and get a progress counter. She has some of the most insane economy in the game. She flies through her deck like nobody else. She has so many resources. She has so much money, so many good cards with all these good traits. She has Aerial built in. She's at stage 2. And that's part of why I like her. The biggest thing with Ironheart is I like to build an engine. I like to build an engine that becomes more efficient and does more damage and levels up as I play. And nobody does that like Ironheart. If you like to progressively build a better board state, Ironheart does that perfectly. Once you are level 3, you are effectively you cannot lose the game, basically. You thwart for so much, you deal so much damage. She has 2 upgrades, one for attack, or one for damage, one for thwart, that exhaust to deal damage and remove threat equal to her version number. So now you're doing 3 threat removal, 3 damage for free, plus her basic stats. Plus she has a card that does effects based on her level, which is find an Ironheart card out of your deck, ready yourself, and give yourself a tough card. Those are the 3 effects, and you get to pick 1 per level. So level 3, you have it's 3 costs. You can ready yourself, get a tough card, find a resource card, then do 3 thwart, 3 damage, thwart for 3, and that's before you even do anything else. Then you can play your attack card to deal 4 damage, kill a minion, get 2 progress counters, which is 4 damage. So you just build this crazy engine, and you're leveling up, and you feel so powerful, and you have this crazy thing going, and then inevitably, at the end of every Ironheart game, or like halfway through, you flip the villain phase to the second one, whether that's 2 or 3, depending if you're playing expert or standard, and you go, oh, the villain has 42 hit points. How many progress counters do I have? Oh, I have 18 progress counters? Oh, that's 36 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if somebody can do 6 damage, I'm just going to kill him. and then that's it. You just get to a point where you just go, oh, I have 12 counters? Oh, that's 24. I'll just kill the villain. I'll just do it. And you just get to do that.
I think you've just hit on some of the reasons why I haven't played Ironheart.
Yes.
And I forgot to share her signature card that you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to even mention this is the one I picked. Stroke of Genius is her resource card. After you spend it, you place a progress counter and draw a card. It's so
That's
good.
wild. That's wild. I think she's not a little. I think she's quite a bit overtuned. I think the 3 stages thing is a cool idea. I like that it's a unique twist on the kind of Iron upgrade heroes. Like Iron Man did one version, War Machine did a different version, Ironheart does yet another version. I think that's cool. They like Shuri that I talked about earlier. They share a thematic through line that is interesting to me. But this one is a whiff for me. I think where Ironheart was maybe a little undertuned, or War Machine rather, Ironheart is overtuned. And I think, to me, I'd rather be on the undertuned side and have them be a little weak and be able to buff that with cards that I put in, rather than this, which is like stage 3, like you said, you can't really lose.
It's so
trivialize
strong.
The game.
Yeah, all her
it's so
cards
easy
are
to get
so
there
good.
too. It doesn't take long.
It doesn't. Getting to stage 2 is super fast. And that's like priority number 1. You like have to get to stage 2, or else your 4 hand size really starts to hurt.
But like you can get there in 1 turn.
You can get there in a turn or 2 usually, and then once you flip, then you usually like prioritize on like keeping the game alive and focusing a little bit. So it usually takes you a total of probably 4 to 5 turns to get to level 3, which is a decent amount of time. But if you speed run it, you can just get super powerful, super fast.
And there's no reason she has to have 3, 2, 3. And a
no,
6 hand size?
absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
Is just
and she has
crazy.
a really cool signature ally, which is Brawn. He's a 4 cost, 2 threat, 2 thwart, 3 attack, 1 consequential each. He's got 3 hit points, and whenever he is exhausted, you can use his action to generate a mental resource once per turn. So he is another resource generator. You also have ingenuity. You have so much access to mental resources. Moon Girl's like an auto include in this deck because it's just all built for her. So much efficiency. You do absolutely so much damage. You can thwart so much. One of my favorite builds with her is Injustice, because you can play one way or another, pull out a side scheme, clear it, draw cards. Face the Pass is incredible with her because her signature ally is really weak. She only has 4 health, which is perfect for her 4 attack card that does 3 damage, or 4 damage, and then gets you 2 progress counters, and then it readies her and you draw 3 cards. Also, just a random aside, she has easily the least impactful obligation in the game.
Oh yeah, it's a joke.
So like it doesn't seem like it would be a huge part of it, but pulling her obligation feels like a free encounter card. It literally just removes 1 progress counter. That's all it does. And she has 1 copy of it. And it's not even a triple boost, it's a double boost. It's so meaningless. It's actually insane. Like if you play Mysterio or one of those ones who like focuses on your Nemesis set and like pulls out your obligation, it's so irrelevant. It's crazy compared to especially some of the newer ones like Maria Hill or like these really nasty ones. It's
Nick's got a nasty one.
It's so trivial. it like just makes it feel crazy. Like when you can play face to face and pull out her signature enemy who's supposed to be designed to ruin her, you can just one shot her with your perfect damage card that clears it instantly, and
Yeah.
like then gets you 2 progress counters, and then her signature thing just never matters because you lose 1 progress counters. Okay, maybe that puts you to 5. It's so easy to get 1 that you just will always level up. Like her nemesis or encounter set is not at all a problem. It also has a 4 threat side scheme, which is 1 more than exactly enough to clear. Like it's just so perfect for her to just generate counters. She's definitely overtuned, but in a way that I think she's not as overtuned as some heroes in the game. But she's definitely, like, I would say top 5 strongest, and she's extremely fun.
I mean, I don't think you can name 5 heroes that are stronger than her.
That's probably true. I guess it doesn't feel as egregious as Strange because it's not off rip. But stronger than
You
her
have
is
to
like
work to get there a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
Spider-Ham, Strange. That's probably it off the top of my head that I can name.
Yeah.
She is top 5 strongest, probably top 3. She's probably the third strongest hero in the game. She's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and unlike Strange and Ham, who I think have thematic reasons to be as strong as they are, or at least I can, at least in my mind, imagine why they're that strong. I just can't get there with Ironheart. Like,
She's just a little girl.
I honestly think Iron Man is a little stronger than he should be for just a dude with a suit. Like, by the time he puts the suit on, he's like Superman, which,
Yep.
you know, he's still just a dude in a metal suit. You know, whatever. It takes him longer to get there, at least. I don't think he's like overtuned by any means, but
If we're talking like power
she's strong.
scaling of the Marvel Universe, Ironheart, like whatever, she's like 14 or something. She has no reason to be like on par with the Sorcerer Supreme. She shouldn't even be on par with Iron Man, right? In terms of like
You would
in
think
universe,
no.
right? You would think her suit is worse than Iron Man. Maybe she's smarter than Iron Man, and even then she would be a little bit better. She's, like we said, easily top 5 heroes in the game. She is so absurdly strong. Her economy is so smooth. She just flies through cards and can play so many things a turn. She has a +1 hand size. She has a better Sorcerer Supreme in her kit. She has access to the champion stuff. She has access to all the genius stuff. She's just so strong. But it feels good. She has this nice pink and black color scheme on her cards, which is really cool. Her art's overall pretty good. You get to look at different arts when you flip between the phases. It's really cool. And I won't argue it's not overtuned, but I just love the playstyle of just building this unstoppable engine of this like crazy force that you can do. It's so, and as much as that ability to just say, oh, I have 12 counters, the villain's dead, is really, really absurdly strong. It is also often very nice in like a 4-player game, especially, to have someone playing Ironheart and you're just like, oh man, this game's really dragging. Oh wait, they only have 40 hit points left. Ironheart just kills him. It's over. Like,
Yeah.
it can feel a little anticlimactic sometimes when you're like, oh, we flipped the villain. Oh, I guess he's dead. But sometimes it's like, oh my god, okay, it saved us an hour on this game for Ironheart just to be able to like do 36 damage for free. And it's not all in one go either. So you can split it however you need to. So if you have a tough card, it just cuts 2 damage off the total, and you can ping infinite tough cards. Basically, you can just ping all the tough cards, kill all the minions, kill the villain. It's just so absurdly strong. I don't know why it's 2 damage, to be honest. It could be 1. It shouldn't be 2.
Or there could be a maximum, like, 3 counters per turn or something like that.
I mean, they had to do something with those progress counters once she hits level 3, but it kind of does get a little ridiculous.
I think, I think there's fixes you could do, right? For me, a fix that I thought is her third version could just say on the hero card, like, when you would place a progress counter here, deal 2 damage to an enemy instead. So you can't bank them up.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. I don't know how I'm not a game designer. I did listen to the interview on Critical Encounters recently with Boggs, where he talked about Ironheart. And they asked him about a design that he maybe isn't crazy about or wishes he could go back to. Ironheart is the one he singled out as a design that he wished he had had more time with because she's a little overtuned. And I fully agree. I'm not going to yuck anyone's yums. I think a lot of people like Ironheart. I mean, hell, I like Doctor Strange. I think he's fun, and I play him more and more these days because I think the character's interesting. So, play whatever you like. There's no wrong way to play, but that's why I've never played her, is because I've seen her played, and it's like anticlimactic. It just feels a little too strong and just doesn't look like something that I've not been drawn to play. So maybe I'll get there.
it might not be your style. But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see her mentioned a lot in like, I don't see a lot of decks of her. I don't see a lot of people mentioning
No.
her as like a favorite hero. I don't see a lot of people mentioning her as like a very strong hero, which surprises me a lot.
Hmm.
Because to me, she's easily one of the better ones.
She's up there
Um,
with Ham and Cable and
she's just
Strange.
so strong.
Yeah, she's really good.
Um, but I feel like she doesn't get the limelight a lot. But she's one of my faves.
She got the limelight today
Oh yeah,
because she's one of our favorites, and that's all we talked about these two. So thanks for chatting with me today, LazyTitan, and talking about our fourth favorite heroes in the game and the cards that we specifically like with them. We're just going to keep talking about these heroes because they're our favorites, right?
they're our favorites.